Hello, my name's Michael Conneely, and this video tells you about the full moon of May the 1st, 2026. The full moon of May the 1st offers power and revolution opportunity to each of us. Let me start with a very quick resume of the 5 key planet energies we each of us need to know of and successfully work with now around the time of the full moon itself and throughout the lunation to the end of the month. Firstly, it's important to know that Pluto and Uranus energies are so big now. Depending on how the planets of this full moon aspect your natal planets, please hear this. Now is a crucial time to do a piece of full moon vision work and review your life and personal expression now, and relate how things are with you now to your life purpose and destiny. Now is actually, given these energies, an ideal time for a journey to the abyss. And do watch out for my separate video and blog post about my Journey to the Abyss offering. Now is an ideal time to identify and understand and heal and manifest whatever is for you your current life imperative now. Work out what that is at this time. It's also very beneficial for matters of love. Venus is big. And spiritual expansiveness. Jupiter energy is huge, so is Neptune. So I'll start with a quick summary of the key information. Well, Sun is super powerful at 17 Vedic Aries, sidereal zodiac. That's 11 Western Taurus. And Sun is in Bharani Nakshatra. The Nakshatras are the super wonderful 27 sign lunar zodiac of Vedic astrology. And Bharani Nakshatra is ruled by Venus. Bharani's Devata, or face of the divine, is Yama, the god of death and rebirth. The yoni of Bharani Nakshatra is the vagina. The energy of Bharani is extreme changes that emerge from within, big transformations, births, deaths, rebirths, love. Bharani is the bearer of new life, and each of us can embrace our new self, our new life, if we work with this full moon. Okay, the moon of this full moon is at 16 Vedic Libra, ruled by Venus, and it's in Swati Nakshatra, which is ruled by Rahu North Node. And more about the very, very special chart aspect shapes Sun and Moon are caught up in at the end of the presentation. That's section 7. Moon is the apex of a finger of God chart aspect shape, a yod. And Sun is at the base of the yod. So okay, let's now move to the power of Pluto and Uranus now. Pluto energy offers us our intended power in this lifetime. And of course our karmas vary on how well we are going to be easily connected with our power, or even if it's cut off from us and we'll have to struggle a lot to identify it and embrace it. Get a reading from me. And of course Uranus was discovered at the time of the storming of the Bastille. Uranus is the energy of revolution, and we so often, each of us, need revolution in our expression of ourselves. in this life. So let's look at Pluto at this time. Pluto is at 11 Vedic Capricorn, and Pluto is T-square the full moon. What that means is it's at 90 degrees to each of the sun and the moon, and the full power of the full moon energy can only come out for each of us if we somehow do a journey to the abyss to find out what's blocking us to our being in and expressing our full power, and come into manifestation of our full power. The fullness of the harvest of this full moon depends on Pluto because it's T-square the full moon. So May 2026 energies are a time to connect to Pluto for the needed coming into your own proper power, quite possibly through some death and rebirth process, shedding a skin, 8th house type energy. Although exactly how and what you need now, well, these will depend on your natal chart, where Pluto is, in which house, aspecting which planets, and also on your current transits to Pluto or by Pluto. Okay, Uranus next. May 2026 is also a time when you are offered energy and opportunity to bring needed revolution into your life and your personal expression. Now is the time for you to feel your way and think your way into the question, what areas of revolution does my life need now? How will I implement my revolution successfully now? And do note that at this time Uranus is conjunct Sedna, the asteroid of terrible events, energy. So even though each of us won't necessarily have a terrible event, nevertheless our Uranus needed revolution journey could well have its fraught feelings and difficult to deal with situations. Okay, Jupiter, wonderfully, please do note, Jupiter is so strong now and ongoingly. Jupiter now is at 24 Vedic Gemini, and that's in Purvasu Nakshatra in the chart of this full moon. Now Jupiter is exceptionally strong in Purvasu Nakshatra, as it's the ruler of that nakshatra. So what does it signify for each of us? It signifies powerful return of hope, wisdom and renewal, enabling rehabilitation and restoration for us in this life. This placement offers immense potential for growth, for nurturing grace and spiritual realignment, and the restoration of our stagnant areas. Jupiter soon moves into Vedic Cancer, where its exaltation degree is at 4 Cancer, in Pushyami Nakshatra, success to our initiatives. Okay, we need to be aware of Mercury issues. Watch out for Mercury thought and communication difficulties. Mercury in the full moon is at 3 Vedic Aries in very tight conjunction of Chiron conjunct Eris, which are either side of it. Chiron is the energy of your existential wound, my existential wound. And in the healing of that, we can become the healer of others. And Eris, asteroid energy, is the energy of strife and feeling, oh, this is terrible. And so Mercury is bound up with those two. So don't expect organisation and communication type issues to go easily. Chiron and Aries are massively affecting Mercury, speech and thinking and communication issues. Now, I think this is the final sort of key point. The moon is at the apex of a finger of God chart aspect shape, a yod, and this is really powerful. This is the moon we're working with around the 1st of May and for the nation following us, and we must do the work. So basically, moon is at 16 Vedic Libra, which of course is ruled by Venus. And it's in Swati Nakshatra, which is ruled by Rahu North Node, our fate and destiny, direction, energy, driven, ambitious. Swati energy is very clever, but yes, I have to say it can be all over the place. And its energy is driven. But the point is that because moon is in Libra in the chart of this full moon, it's ruled by Venus, and it's so important. Venus is super powerful in the chart of this full moon because it is in Vedic Taurus, the sign it also rules, as well as Libra. And Venus is sextile to Neptune, which is conjunct Saturn in Vedic Pisces. And this Neptune-Saturn conjunction in Vedic Pisces has offered each of us so far this year such wonderful combination of energies and a wonderful opportunity to reap harvest from them. Neptune at its highest, vision and intuition work. Saturn at its best, giving it form and structure and delivering results. And I've found it a most wonderful energy to work with. Of course, the sun is opposition the full moon, and because the sun too is caught up in the Yod chart aspect shape, sun receives a semi-sextile from Venus and a semi-sextile from Neptune Saturn. So, the chart aspect between Sun, Venus and Neptune Saturn is actually a psychic eye. So, a finger of God points to the moon, and a psychic eye energy points to the sun. I've printed out the psychodynamic Western chart for this, and you can see the green chart aspect shape like a kite. Moon at the apex, sun at the base. To one side of sun, Neptune, Saturn. To the other side, Venus. Do think about this combination, a finger of God and a psychic eye. Do work, now in the run-up to and on the day of the full moon and in the time afterwards, to attune to your psychic possibilities and the power of Sun in Aries. So this means do, a vision journey and look within to check into what are your Pluto power issues, what are your Uranus needed revolution issues in the context of the energies this full moon is offering you. So I do hope you put the time aside for your full moon vision work, and that it rewards you wonderfully with realizations, with revolutionary changes in yourself and the way you handle your life, your karmic unfoldment. Now, often I offer an astrology reading coupled with a journey to the abyss. You can go to my Star Wheel Astrology website, and under the More drop down it says Journey to the Abyss. And a Journey to the Abyss is where I, deeply review your Vedic and Western astrology And then we go down into our unconscious in the journey to the abyss and see what's going on there in our unconscious and our shadow, and confront that and do work to overcome our blocks. And then we arise in our fuller power, connected to our divine purpose in this life. So the idea of journey to the abyss is founded on and expressed in such Greek myths as Persephone's abduction into the underworld by Hades. Although abducted, Persephone became a queen of the underworld. Although abducted, Persephone moved from being an innocent young daughter of Demeter, the earth goddess, and Persephone becomes a unique goddess, walking between the worlds and living the world of the living and the world of the dead, and which of course we all of us have bits of us that need to die and bits that need to come into life. And the idea of journey to the abyss is also founded on such Mesopotamian myths as Ishtar, also called Inanna, awful descent into the underworld in Mesopotamian literature. And from being goddess of the earth, she became goddess of love as well. How wonderful. And then there's the Greek myth of Orpheus. Orpheus, the charming Greek bard who descended into the underworld to reclaim his dead wife, Eurydice. Heartbroken by Eurydice's death, Orpheus used his musical talents to charm Hades and Persephone into allowing his dead love Eurydice to return. And though in his case, unfortunately, although the resurrection nearly succeeded, he made a wrong turn at the last moment and didn't manage to finally bring Eurydice from the realm of the dead. It went wrong at the last moment. Let's not have that happen to our work. So indeed, I offer a wonderful service to you of an astrology reading, combining as I do always, both your Western and your Vedic astrology. So Western astrology is the astrology of our emotionally based personality and its unfoldment in this life. Vedic astrology is orientated to the karmas operating in this life, coming from past lives, and our life purpose direction in this life. Get one of those from me, and you may want to combine it with a journey to the abyss. And as I said, you can book a journey to the abyss under the More drop-down on the Star Wheel Astrology website. Let us go to the depths of the abyss now, face the guardian of the abyss, answering his or her questions about us and our life path and our management of it, and hearing his or her demands. But then arising from having faced the keeper of the abyss, arising healed and empowered with new vision and new needed direction. So as I said, watch out for the video and blog post I'm doing at this time presenting my journey to the abyss, as well as this one about the full moon. You get recordings for both the astrology reading and your wonderful journey. So, get a reading from me to get the fullness out of the revolution and empowerment energies offered this month of May. It is special. And Jupiter offers us better and fuller connection to the divine and successful life purpose. So I look forward to working with you. It is a wonderful time for sorting ourselves out. Okay, all blessings and thank you.